Excuse me. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics/Non-Classics. This is episode 89, and no, there's not going to be a double shot in this episode. I forgot I was going to do a single shot. Just one book for this episode. And the book is Captain America, To Serve and Protect. This collects the first 7 issues of Captain America Volume 3, and is written by Mark Waid, the guy who currently writes Daredevil. He's currently wrapping up he's wrapping up his runs on Green Hornet and Hulk. So basically, my guess is for the year is now the only series he'll be writing is probably well, you got Green Hornet Legacy he's probably still writing, and there's of course also Daredevil. He wrote this for a certain period of time before handing off the legendary Dan Jurgens. Now the artwork in here is done by if I can find the name. The artwork in here is done by Ron Gurney with Dale Estrom and Andy Kubert. I have no problem with Andy Kubert's artwork at all. Now, this is a series of stories that are connected via a couple things. Of course, in the very first issue, this takes place like 1 year. This is also coming out in the 90s. And it takes place 1 year after the events of Onslaught. Yes. Now, in the very first issue, you have many different people show up in the very first issue alone besides Cap himself. I mean, you got, let's see if we can find them on here. Of course, Cap shows up in Japan. Of course, they also give a recap of his history, like when he got his super soul syndrome put in him, when he first discovered the Avengers back in Avengers War 4, when he fought against Nazis in World War II. Yeah. Of course, they also have the Fantastic Four. So basically, this issue probably takes place around the same time Fantastic Four Volume 3 number 1 comes out. Yes. You also have Lady Deathstrike in the issue. This is what Lady Deathstrike looks in the book. Let's see. Who else do you have in this book? Of course, Cap is wearing his original outfit that he's known for over the years. I'm trying to think here. Trying to see if there's anybody else here I recognize. Oh, besides Lady Deathstrike. You also have a flashback to Nuke. Yeah, Nuke. Which is surprising. Yeah, this is Nuke's only appearance in here. He does return years later. He returned very recently where he's actually dead. Yeah, he got killed off via someone put a grenade in his mouth and blew himself up. Get him fights some Japanese terrorists. Sharon Carter makes her epic return in this series at this point. And at the end of the issue, this is just a cameo. Kang the Conqueror. Basically, this book is basically filled with guest stars galore. That's just the first issue alone. In the second issue, you have Captain America fighting Hydra, and of course he fights Hydra throughout the majority of this particular trade. Let's see. Who else does he fight? Let's see. Who shows in this issue? Trying to see. Of course, Cap loses his shield in the second issue. That's what he does. Second issue, he loses his shield. Let's see. That's pretty much it. That's all really that happens in the second issue. He gets reintroduced to Hydra, meets him again, and he loses his classic circular shield. He's forced to use his original shield, which he originally had back in the first couple of issues of Captain America comics. There's a reference to Captain America 44, where a guy named it doesn't really say what his name is, but he says he actually knew Captain America from the previous volume. And of course, turn the page, a couple pages in, it's basically the Avengers at this point, which is basically Quasar, Black Widow, Tigra, Black Panther, Hawkeye, Hercules, Giant Man, Spider-Woman, Thor, and Machine Man. And that's it. Yeah, just Cap testing a new shield. Yeah. Even Tony Stark and Jarvis appear in this issue, along with Namor the Submariner. Yeah. That's his only appearance in his... He does... Oh, yes, and even MODOK. Well, apparently it's MODOK. Turns out it's a bogus thing. Of course, Cap flashes back with Namor. And of course, you also get the return of Dum Dum Dugan in the S.H.I.E.L.D. barbershop, which is no longer in use. Now, in S.H.I.E.L.D., in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is actually Cuba, in Havana. In the comics, it's in New York City. Everything is, of course, in New York City. Still do freaking Hydra. There's a cameo by Superman in this issue. Of course, they couldn't use the S, so, but it's basically Superman. And that's the third issue. The fourth issue, of course, probably do more with Hydra. Sharon Carter is also in the issue. And also the return of classic Cat villain, Broderick the Leaper. That's right, Broderick the Leaper. Yes, it's nice to see him again. Hawkeye shows up for this issue. Of course, Cat fights Broderick for several pages with Hawkeye. And that's it. And then comes issue 5, where it looks like on the cover of issue 5 teams up with Thor, which he does. He takes out some Hydra with Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, and you have some Avengers all over the world basically taking down Hydra rages like crazy. And of course, Thor, for some odd reason, this issue does not have his beard, even the previous issue he did. Let's see. And of course, also just the fact that the leader of this particular Hydra is a frickin' Skrull. I don't know why. And that's the end of the 5th issue. Of course, they revealed also. And then, of course, in this is also the second time. Now, this is issue number 6. This is the second appearance in this volume of the Avengers Mansion, Meet of the Scarlet Witch. This is her third appearance in this volume. And of course, Cap basically tries to deal with the Skrulls, imprison them, and try to reveal the Skrulls of the place. Turns out it's a ploy. Spoiler there. And it concludes issue 7, which pretty much everything that's been going on since issue 2 gets wrapped up with this issue. Yeah, Scarlet Witch, Thor, Hawkeye, and Iron Man make an appearance in this issue. So is Quicksilver. Yeah, freaking Quicksilver, wearing a black, mostly black and white outfit. Yeah, he's known for wearing outfits with lightning bolts on it. Nothing really unusual for him. Of course, Iron Man's wearing his outfit he wore in Iron Man 3. He fights, of course, Cap fights the Skrull, beats him, delivers a great speech, and then the thing ends there beautifully. Is this a perfect story? No, it's not. But it's good. I get credit for this much. This is actually really good. I mean, the first issue just get things starts off, and then issue 2 begins the actual storyline for this book. So basically, you have a standalone story to start thing off, and you have a 6-issue arc. So basically, because this is Mark Waid, I want to be fair to him, I'm giving this book a 9 out of 10. I think the extra star mainly because it's not all that perfect, but it's a good book. Okay? Alright? That's it. Stay tuned for next episode, which is episode 80, and definitely that one's a double shot. Okay? See you there. Oh, please be sure to comment below, and please subscribe to my video. Please subscribe to my channel, and also feel free to check out the rest of my series on this channel. Okay? See you there. Bye.